I'm your host, Chelsie Burroughs.
Hey, what's going on right now?
We're supposed to be filming the show.
Are you serious? Hey, welcome. It's Joe Zavala. Talk of the Prairie.
Come on, Joe. We gotta go. Good morning. I'm Chelsie Burroughs.
I'm Joe Zavala.
And you're watching
Talk of the Prairie.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Chelsie Burroughs.
Joe Zavala.
And welcome to Talk of the Prairie. Today is Friday.
It is Friday.
Yeah, can you believe it?
Yeah, it's a long weekend coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
What's going on this weekend?
Well, Memorial Day's on Monday, so we have 3 days.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, this month just flew by.
I know.
Yes, Memorial Day is this Monday. So what are you going to do? Like, you're going to barbecue?
I think, everybody, remember everybody that served for us. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I think you have to barbecue.
Yes.
I think you have to go out to the lake if you have ability to do that.
Yeah.
I think they're saying some rain on Monday possibly, so definitely get everything in the next 2 days. I think the temperature is supposed to be good. Talking about like 80s next week. So
yeah, I didn't even look at the weather next week. Well, what's up all this rain?
You can't say global warming anymore. So I don't know. Just rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, nature.
Yeah. Can you believe it's about to be June?
Can I believe it? Yes, because you know what? This year's has flown by.
Yeah, it really has. Yeah. Well, after that, it's going to be 4th of July, and then, it's going to be full-blown summer, and I don't know, I'm just kind of flabbergasted how fast it's going by.
I don't know, like it has gone by fast, but it's been like good stuff, bad stuff, but a lot of good stuff. And I guess we have to double down the last half of the year and make it even more fun.
Yeah, we have to amp it up a bit.
So whatever we did in the first half, we need to do times 2.
Absolutely, I definitely
like push us all the way to the limit.
What does that look like?
What does that look like? We should probably start traveling the world.
Absolutely.
We should probably cook a lot more food.
Okay.
We should open up a couple more restaurants.
Yes.
We should create a whole new makeup line, a whole new clothing line. But we could talk about that later.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be right back.
We specialize more in the insurance claims. So when you have storm damage that comes through, obviously hail, wind, tornadoes, we come out, we take a look at everything on the roof. There's a lot more that can get damaged than just the roof. There's gutters, there's windows, there's fence, there's decks. Come with Viridian Roofing and Construction. We've been in the industry for over 35 years. I'm the owner. When you call us, you get to deal directly with me. We come out and do a free property inspection and evaluation, and we're going to get out to see you very quickly.
Quebec, Canada, fighting Troy the Destroyer Dorsey, 12 rounds for the World Super Lightweight Championship.
What are you going to do now as far as kickboxing?
First, I want to thank God, say hello to my wife, Shelly, Kendra. Happy birthday, Shane. And thank all of my instructors and students at my school now. Pick up kickboxing and boxing both again and go after a world title. Okay, thank you.
The winner and still Super Lightweight Champion, Troy the Destroyer Dorsey.
Welcome back to Talk of the Prairie. I'm your host, Chelsie Burroughs.
I'm Joe Zavala.
And we have our very fabulous guest, Miss Brandy from the Cozy Cafe. How are you?
Good morning, guys.
Yes. So you brought another furry friend with us today. Oh, he's
Yes,
talking.
yes. So this is Jelly Roll, and he's
From The Hobbit?
Jelly Roll, as
Yeah.
in the artist.
Oh, so are we done with The Hobbit?
Well, ish.
Okay.
Ish. But Jelly Roll, Post Malone, they were in Arlington not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
So we saw this guy, and we were kind of inspired, and you'll see why. Hey, buddy.
He's a bit thick.
He's a big boy.
Oh, he's big.
He's a big boy. So he's been singing the blues all the way here today.
Yes.
He's very handsome.
Hey,
Smell the
Jelly
treats.
Roll.
Do you smell the treats?
Yep.
Chelsea, if you want to grab that tube wherever it is. Do you see
Oh,
it?
it's by your hand.
Let's see if we can get him to stay. Maybe he's
Hello,
looking for that.
Jelly Roll.
Oh,
It's like he's wanting to explore.
he is. He is.
So would you say that's a part of his personality?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
He wants to go where he's not supposed to go. He wants to do what he wants to do. Kind of sounds like a rock and roller, doesn't he?
How long have you had them?
About 2 weeks now.
Oh, okay.
About 2 weeks.
Yeah. How old is Jelly Roll?
He is 3.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he's a big 3-year-old.
He is a huge 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And he's
There
gone.
he goes.
So he's
Alright.
very handsome.
Yes.
I think he would prefer to go to a home where he is large and in charge
Yeah.
because he is a little hissy and growly with the other cats. But he hasn't really lashed out or anything like that. He's just kind of trying to make them understand that he's, in charge and boss.
Very interesting color and fur. I absolutely love it. It's like he has stripes.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
think
like the
that's
marbling look.
Yeah, I think that's so cute. Yeah. So do you have any events coming up?
We do. We have May 31st. We have our family game night with
Ooh.
bungo included.
Fun.
Tomorrow, our Tips Treats fundraiser is over. So if you guys want to support the Cozy Cafe, order some Tips Treats, have them delivered to whoever, and put Cozy Cafe Rescue in the promo bar so that way we can get some of that sales donated to our nonprofit.
Yeah.
And then we have our K-pop
Fun.
Anime Day. That's June 7th.
Are you going
Basically,
to dress up like anime?
I'm going to probably wear like Hello Kitty something
Okay.
because,
Yeah.
that's about as anime I get. But we're giving goodie bags to the first 20 groups of guests. We're going to have small vendors, discounted entry if you wear K-pop or anime gear.
Fun.
So it'll be a super fun day.
Yeah.
Super fun day.
Did Chelsea ever get adopted?
Chelsea is still there, ma'am.
Okay.
Chelsea's still there waiting for you.
Yeah.
We have moved her into what we call the cozy room. So it's a more quiet, sedated room.
Okay.
Her and one of our other senior kitties, Daenerys, that's where they're hanging out together.
Yeah.
She seems to like it, like the company of other cats.
Yeah. So if somebody wants Chelsea or Jelly Roll, what can they do about it?
First, you got to come hang out with our kitties. It's $15 to hang out for an hour. If you bond with somebody, we'll pull that file. We'll go over their information. We'll do an interview, and then your application gets sent to the adoption board.
Yeah.
Approval is typically 24 to 48 hours. Then that baby could be yours. It's just a $100 adoption fee. Does not matter who you fall in love with.
Yeah. And speaking of adoption, what's that number now?
We are, thank you, 378.
Ooh.
Wow. Getting closer.
378. Yes.
Yeah.
What is the goal?
500.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so close. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So remind me about that interview process. What does that look like?
We are going to basically just kind of talk to you and like what you do. Like the main thing is I get a lot of college kiddos wanting to adopt. So if a college kiddo comes in and they want to adopt, well, we got to kind of ask a little bit about their living arrangements. Like if they live with roommates, all roommates need to come and be involved because there's been too many issues where somebody's allergic.
Yeah.
Or if they live with their folks, parent has to be involved. The whole house has to come together with this decision. It's something that we don't take lightly. It's not like an impulse thing. You can't pick out a cat like a t-shirt because that cat's going to be with you about 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we take it very seriously.
Yeah. So, Joe, you going to adopt Jelly Roll?
Not that I'm about to go out of town. Can't go to
All
the
these
interview.
excuses.
We know he's waiting for the perfect cat.
Yeah.
We
Wait
know
for
he
your
is.
Garfield cat named Joe?
If it looks like a dog, then maybe.
Looks like a dog. We'll work on that.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
We are going to be at the 4th of July in Arlington, the
Fun.
parade. I'm so sorry, the 4th of July parade in Arlington on July 4th. So come out and see us there. But if you have any questions about the Cozy Cafe or hours or what we do, check out our website, cozycafe.com. And we also have our nonprofit, the
Fun.
cozycaferescue.com, up and running now.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming out today. And Jelly Roll, thank you, wherever you are. And we'll be right back.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Damon and I actually met in a hot tub 39 years ago in La Brea, California. We went to dinner that night, and 2 weeks later, he proposed, and we will celebrate our 39th wedding anniversary this October. Hi, my name is Michelle Trout, and I am the co-owner of Mosquito Shield.
Hi, I'm Damon Trout, and I'm also co-owner of Mosquito Shield. So at Mosquito Shield, we offer 3 services. Mosquito Shield, then we also offer Perimeter Shield, targeting spiders, ants, roaches, all the little pesky creatures you don't want coming into your house.
And on top of that, we are family owned and operated, but it really truly is all about creating a great guest experience. And that's what we're after. And that's what truly sets us apart.
So at Viridian Property Solutions, our goal is to get you, the homeowner, the most amount of money possible for your damages. I'm the owner of Viridian Property Solutions, and we are public adjusters in the Mansfield area. We've been in the insurance business for 15 years doing property assessments. So when it comes down to getting the right estimate amount submitted to your insurance company, that's where a good public adjuster is going to come in and really be on your side.
Welcome back to Talk of the Prairie. Did you know that May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month?
No, but I need that.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the perfect guest today to talk about mental health. Miss Eric Kwan, how are you?
Pretty well, thank you.
And you're from Stanley Psychology, one of our sponsors.
I am, and honestly, it's just exciting to be in this area and just help and give oral resources to as many people as we can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about May being Mental Health Awareness Month?
It's always good to bring awareness to critical topics,
Mm-hmm.
just because we live in a society it's always go, 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 that the last thing we do is worry about ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we're worried about if you're a father, you know, trying to provide for the family. If you're a single mother, trying to provide as well for the family, especially nowadays that you need, you know, 2 incomes to try to live a good life.
Yeah.
So that mentality, we tend to forget that we also have to work our inner self, trying to figure out what are stressors and what's causing, you know, any distress.
Yeah. You said something that was very interesting to me. Like, we're all kind of on this like go, go, go mentality. Like, do you feel like that plays a role in, like, you know, how society views mental health and things of that nature?
Yes. And honestly, I think it's because the lack of, let's say, awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, I mean, back in the day, there was not much you could do.
Right.
So we would be bored a lot, and we push our creative minds to play, which made it go fast, you know, and that was our dopamine. The fact that right now we get dopamine hits every single moment, and we don't like being bored.
Yeah.
Society has been shaped that way.
Yeah.
If I don't get that dopamine hit, then it's not good.
Yeah.
The problem is you get tired of things and you need something bigger and bigger and bigger. And because you're so focused on that big thing, you forget about your own mental health. Like, forget that, you know, something might be off.
Absolutely. And speaking of mental health, I kind of want to go into mental health with men because, you know, a lot of times men view like mental health like, oh, I always have to be strong. I don't want to go to therapy. And, you know, they kind of look down on like, you know, men with mental health issues. So briefly speak about that.
So one of the things that I tell my patients, and honestly, just in general, men, is that the person or the figure they create in their minds, it's probably mainly they only remember the physical.
Yeah.
I usually use the example of 300. We know that they were army people ripped to the core. There was even their eyebrows. I'm assuming they had muscle. But we forget that they followed their leader not because of how he looked, but because of the characteristics that he had.
Right.
And you can see those little scenes in which he even made an assumption that the other guy, the Persian, was looking down at his queen, his wife.
Mhm.
And he said, no, she has the right to speak up, because that's what his marriage looked like. And that's what men look like.
Right.
Realizing that he has character qualities that lead to growth, not to be just ripped. Of course, that can help in health benefits, but the idea is a leader has character qualities, not so much I have to be strong.
Right.
It is the qualities that make you strong.
Right.
The lack of those is what makes us weak. But we're so focused on the outside experience or outside, view of things that we assume that if we look strong, we must be strong.
Yeah.
And that's why we collapse.
Yeah.
Those true men, true leaders, and also women, of course.
Yeah.
But it's more on the men that have the need to remember. It's the qualities that's why your wife wants to go out with you more and more, or tries to have fun, your kids as well, your friends. It's because of those qualities that stand out.
Exactly. Do you feel that way as a man?
What's that?
What he was just describing,
That it's I'm not ripped, so it has to be my qualities, because it's not how I look. So yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because you own a restaurant, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And people look at you because of how you manage your restaurant. And
I hope so.
Yeah.
We have a really great team. Our team's been there for a long time, and customers always say that we have the best customer service. So
yeah, and that's the thing. That experience, that rapport is what gives you the ability to say, I am a strong man. Not only because I can manage this restaurant, but also family, because I'm there with them. And those are the things that I speak to men about. If you want to be strong, you also have to take care of yourself. And if you can't take care of yourself, how do you assume to take care of others? Even because I don't believe in, I meant for good, but you hurt them though.
Yeah.
And you didn't know that you were going to hurt them because you weren't well as well.
Yeah.
So I always tell them, being a man is honestly taking care of yourself and having those character qualities.
Absolutely.
And that will speak and, traverse through history even more than just remembering you as, I was ripped, I was strong and physically, which that never, age gets to us. So that will go away.
It definitely does. But I want to speak more about this after this commercial break. So we'll be right back.
Through the magic of yoga, you get in touch with yourself, you relieve stress, anxiety. So in 2001, I started practicing yoga. And in 2012, I took my first teacher training. And so I've been teaching yoga ever since then. I started my own studio in my backyard. So immediately I would have friends and family, my sister and my niece would come over and do yoga with us. We're about teaching people how to listen to their body and to understand what their body needs. And sometimes it needs to be challenged. Sometimes it needs to be nurtured. And sometimes it needs to just spin around upside down.
My name is Ben Boulier. I'm a board certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. I'm also the owner of Posh Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery, and obviously we're based here in Mansfield, Texas. So overall, now I think I'm very happy, no regrets. I already referred people to the mission one. I told them they were great. I told them that they would be pretty down to earth, pretty straightforward. You would not be confused about the process. And for someone like me who's a novice in the process, trust me, I'm a stickler for what I want. And I definitely think I got what I want.
When you're ready to build your dream home, it's important to choose the right community. You'll find that here at the Villages of Walnut Grove in Midlothian. The community is located off Walnut Grove, just north of Highway 287. You'll have easy access to Highway 67, Highway 20, 360, and the George Bush Tollway. It's an easy commute to downtown Dallas, Fort Worth, or the DFW Airport. Here you can take advantage of all that Midlothian has to offer. including nature trails, community parks, antique shops, and restaurants that are perfect for a night out in the historic downtown. Come be a part of this extraordinary community and experience the perfect blend of tranquility and convenience. Visit us today and find your dream home.
Welcome back to Talk of the Prairie. We still have our very fabulous guest from Stanley Psychology. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I wanted to touch bases on, the cultural expectations and things of that nature around mental health.
Yes, honestly, one of the greatest things to do is know your culture.
Mm-hmm.
I am technically 3/4 Hispanic, 1/4 Chinese, Asian. So I can't just say that I just looked at my Hispanic side to understand where I come from, because there's also my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't do that, then I wouldn't understand the expectation that my dad had and then my mom had on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, as a man, on my dad's side, I always had to provide, I had to be there. Whereas on my mom's side, she also wanted a man that was very empathetic, very nurturing, so all those things.
Mm-hmm.
However, Hispanic culture, we have a lot about the machismo, which is about men dominate pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
So me knowing that, I understand why they do the things that they do, but it doesn't mean that I have to adapt to that. No, I understand and evolve. I understand and become better than my parents, not because they were horrible parents. It's just simply the fact that we hope as parents to be better, or our kids to be better than us.
Right.
So cultures differ. So my best advice is know your culture, know where they're coming from, and know where you can become better than the previous generation.
Absolutely. And just before we were kind of discussing about cultural backgrounds and things of that nature, I was just sharing with you, my parents, they view going through hard times, you just have to push through, which is very much so true. But I kind of feel you can push through, but you also have to take a look back at yourself and, things of that nature. But I also kind of feel yes, it's a cultural thing, but do you also kind of feel like it's a generational thing and how different generations view mental health?
Most definitely. Definitely information has helped us understand more where we're at.
Yes.
So if you look back at the generation where parents were go, 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 it's because they had to work a lot through physical effort. They didn't have the technology that we have today.
Yeah.
So we have it pretty easy. And that's why our go, go, go mentality tends to get stuck, because now we are trying to figure out what is next. Mm-hmm. And now the next thing is AI.
Yes.
So those are the things. It is generational depending on the struggles that each generation had. Manual labor, honestly, doesn't beat anything. It beats everything. Right. So they had that mentality, if I don't, especially farmers back in the day, if I don't get done everything that I need to do before moon comes, then I don't know what I'm going to do next day. Yeah. So they had a hardship, and that was the way they adapted. But same idea, just because they went through that, it doesn't mean that we have to keep that mentality, because it's different hardships, different ways that we build stress or become immune to stress. Mm-hmm. And being able to distinguish those in order to become better, yet again, going back to the character qualities, to become a better man, defeat the expectations that hinder us. Those are the things that will allow us to grow and be better.
Yeah. I have to ask you, there's a high rise of people using ChatGPT and AI. Some of them are actually using ChatGPT and replacing it with actual therapy. What are your thoughts on that?
So as humans, we definitely need human interaction. That is ingrained in our DNA. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of people who freak out about, AI taking over, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You always need that human factor, because you can trust.
Yes.
If you lose the human factor, your brain starts deteriorating, because it cannot empathize, it cannot read facial expressions, it cannot get that deep connection that we desire so much.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that people look for, search in ChatGPT or any other type of AI for resources. But just like I tell everyone who has social media and makes friends through, online Call of Duty or Fortnite.
Right.
That's just a tool.
Yeah.
That is not the solution.
Right.
Use it for small entertainment, for a small piece of information. Then you go to the solution, which is, if you're struggling with depression, seek mental health. If you're struggling with a disease, go to the doctor. If you're struggling with legal issues, go to a lawyer. ChatGPT is the tool that can help you find the solution, but it is not the solution.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming out today and speaking with us regarding Mental Health Awareness Month, which is May. And I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
My name is Brett Jeffries, Charles White.
Latanya Lynch, Sally Potter. I have been a patient for about 6 months. They were very thorough at making sure that I was following up on my exercises.
The experience has been great. It's very much a family atmosphere. I actually recommended Joe and Jordan and their team multiple times.
I never thought that my chiropractor could help me with my asthma and allergies, and 4 or 5 other things that are helping me to live my best life. So this is 2020. And silence is over.
Life would be trees if I could take you up in paradise up above.
Right. Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. That's the type of shit I'm on. Understand?
So yeah, cute friend. Her name is Big Mama, and Big Mama, I'm going to ask you a very important question. So, what makes you purr?
Oh, wow. Wow. So many memories here. I'm on to a new place now. This is really unbelievable. So when we opened up, we had our martial arts classes over here. And we had our kickboxing class over here. But this is a great memory. So many memories made here, so many black belts, about 400 black belts during 1999 to 2022. I'm just now getting it, believe it or not. I've been in business for 41 years and with 2 karate schools, and I'm just not getting where I'm being able to get home a little earlier.
Welcome back to Talk of the Prairie. Welcome back to Talk of the Prairie. We have Officer Killian here with his very special friend. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great. So tell us about the canine.
So this is my partner, Kane. He's a 10-year-old Belgian Malinois.
10-year-old.
10 years old.
Belgium.
Belgian Malinois.
So it's not a German Shepherd?
Not a German Shepherd.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Very offensive to him.
Oh, wow. I know. I feel bad. Like now I feel bad. Like every time I see a dog, I'm like, oh, that's German Shepherd. It's probably not.
Everybody says, oh, he's a German Shepherd. Nope. He looks like it, kind of, but he's a Belgian Malinois.
What's the difference of German Shepherd and?
I mean, it's a different breed, but they're
all different breeds.
They're herding dogs. I mean,
okay.
They're pretty similar.
What country is it?
So he actually came to us from the country of Hungary when he was 2 years old. Yeah, so he was born there, started training from the time he was, probably 12 weeks old. Came to the U.S. at about 2 years old, and then I got matched up with him in a vendor in San Antonio. How
does that process go to get matched up?
Well, mine was a little unique. I didn't even look at him when we went to look at dogs. I selected a different dog, and I was actually on vacation in Germany, and my partner, Officer Monty, calls me, and he said, hey, the dog you selected, it's not going to work out. And he sent me a picture, and he said, this is your new partner. And his name was Glenn. And we were like, well, that doesn't really strike fear into a criminal's heart.
Come here, Glenn.
So, yeah, get him, Glenn. So we decided to change his name to Kane. And so he's been Kane since then.
Yeah. So what are y'all's roles?
So our primary function is we generally help find narcotics.
Okay.
So we help patrol, narcotics, whoever needs help. And then another function is we help find people. But we don't go do like search and rescue stuff. We find bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so his primary job is to locate them. And then if they don't want to surrender, then they get to meet Kane.
So do typically these unbelievable dogs, do they have like a certain task that they learn, or do they learn it all and then they just kind of like specify or become like very honed into one task?
I mean, he pretty much, the narcotics thing's pretty easy.
Okay.
So, and he could have been a bomb dog, like if the military had selected him. but we chose him, so we needed a narcotics dog.
Gotcha.
And then the finding bad guys and biting them, that's what he loves to do. So
Yeah.
that just is kind of innate in him.
Wait, he actually bites people?
He does. Not anymore.
I don't know if
He
it's
did.
bites or secure somebody, right?
We call it an apprehension.
Yeah, there you go. So you got him when he was 2. He's 10 now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been rock and rolling with the city of Grand Prairie for 8 years.
8 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
How many?
As of like a week ago, 8 years.
8 years. So
Is he going to retire soon?
In about 3 weeks.
Oh.
and then you're gonna keep him.
Yes, of course.
Are
And
y'all
then,
gonna?
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask you. Are y'all going to celebrate?
Oh, for sure. We're gonna have a party. He's got friends all over Texas that we're gonna invite and come to his retirement.
Well,
and
if
have
you
a
want some
party
barbecue, I would love to give him some barbecue for his retirement party.
Absolutely.
He deserves it.
I think his ears just perked up.
So 8 years, and he's just been by your side every single day that you're in service. Besides, I know you had some medical stuff last year, and just partner in crime with you, huh?
Day in, day out. He's been riding in the back of my Tahoe. I spend more time with him than my wife or my kids.
Aw.
So, yeah, it's going to be a tough, bittersweet in 3 weeks. Not bringing him to work, but we'll make it through it. He'll be at home keeping my wife and kids safe while I'm at work.
Aw. Well, I'd love to hear more about you guys' story, but we got to go to commercial break, so we'll be right back.
My name is Brett Jeffries.
Charles White.
Latanya Lynch, Sally Potter. I have been a patient for about 6 months. They were very thorough in making sure that I was following up on my exercises.
The experience has been great. It's very much a family atmosphere. I actually recommended Joe and Jordan and their team multiple times.
I never thought that my chiropractor could help me with my asthma and allergies, and 4 or 5 other things.
Home. Students in Somerset will attend schools in the top-rated Mansfield ISD, known for its strong academics and athletics. Come see one of our models, and let's start making your dreams come true.
Let's put some lipstick. I must have left it in my purse. What the? Joe, what are you doing here?
Testing out the bathtub.
Award-winning design combined with more standard features at the base price than any other builder in the Metroplex. That's what you get with a Bloomfield home.
Welcome back to Talk of the Prairie. We still have our very special guest. So you were just telling me Kane actually has a very special friend, like a girlfriend.
Well, he does. We have a German Shepherd at home. It's a female, and so they're best friends. They rip around in the backyard and play and have a good time.
So she hasn't given me bad habits or anything that affects his job.
No. She hasn't taught him any bad things yet. But
So we were during the commercial break. You were telling me this. I had no idea. He actually won a special award.
he did. So I think it was about 7 years ago. Chief Sleva, who was a sergeant at the time, he was in a pursuit with a motorcycle, and the guy wrecked. And it wasn't fast, so he was able to get up and he ran from us, and he had a backpack on. And as he was running from us, he put that backpack to the front, and I had already sent Kane because he's a violent fleeing felon, and Kane grabbed him as he was reaching into his backpack. And then once we got him into custody, we figured out he had a loaded gun and a bunch of drugs right at the top.
Wow.
And so Kane actually received a life-saving award for apprehending him before he was able to access that gun.
You said how many years ago you said that was?
That was about 7 years ago.
So he set the standard real high at the very beginning.
He did.
So you knew he was a rock star after that.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. And I think you said there's I know he had to go down to A&M. It was about last June.
Yeah, last June he spent about 60 days in the ICU down there. He had a horrible infection as a complication of a surgery he had. Lost about half the skin on the underside of his body. Went through the wildest skin grafts and all sorts of crazy stuff. They were really in uncharted territories with this thing. And the amazing staff down there healed him, brought him back. We have a local vet in Arlington that we use. She continued his treatment. We had a specialist in Fort Worth that he had to go see. And just with all that teamwork, the support of the city, city management, city council, chief police, all the admin, we were able to get him back. And just about 4 months later, he was back at work.
Wow.
So what's up with the head tilt thing?
Well, unfortunately, he did have some infections in his blood, and it caused a stroke. So he had a stroke. It affects his balance a little bit. And in dogs, for whatever reason, when they have a stroke, they'll tilt their head like that. So he's got a pretty gnarly head tilt now, but most people think it's adorable.
It is.
So.
Yeah.
His name is Kane. I can't get out of my mind like Kane going to like Raising Canes or something.
And they never give me free chicken.
I know.
It says it on the car too, and they go, "Oh, you got your dog with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's back there. His name's Kane." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
That's it.
He would like a chicken tender, But.
So after stroke, do you have to learn how to speak again?
You had to learn to kind of maintain his balance for sure. But.
Yeah. Well, man, this is honestly, this is too cool. I know it's only 3 more weeks until he retires, but he's done so much at City Grand Prairie. And I say this all the time, but we have the best police department in the U.S. Like the way that y'all interact with our community, protect us, take care of our businesses. Like we're so grateful for it. And to know that we have unbelievable teams like yourself with canines that are doing great things in our city, we're so grateful, and thank you so much.
Yeah. What can we do as a community to help support you and Kane?
Well, I think as a whole, give us some grace. We make mistakes. Things don't always look great. Name me another profession where they have a body camera on and 24/7 they're recorded. Every decision they make. So the overwhelming majority of us we're good people. We make good decisions. I've been doing this 15 years. Haven't been in trouble yet. But I've made mistakes. Everyone's going to make mistakes. So support us. Realize we're just regular people, just like everybody else. And that's about it.
Absolutely. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think it's about it. We've had a great career. It's going to be heartbreaking when he retires, but he's going to retire at home and probably get fat and lazy and lay around like this all day.
Can he give us a head tilt?
Sure. You want to look at that
Yeah,
direction?
if you can look at, they're coming right there.
Well, it's not as pronounced now, but that's
No, you can see it. You can see it actually from this side.
good catch.
There, it kind of tilted right there. The catch. That's amazing.
It's adorable.
Well, have a long weekend. Enjoy the next 3 weeks, like every single day of it. And again, seriously, for his party, please come by. We'll definitely get you some barbecue for his retirement celebration.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to building your dream home, most people demand quality and affordability, as well as the right community that offers a great quality of life. That's what you'll find right here. Welcome to Rockwood, the pinnacle of luxury living here in Mansfield. The community is located just off Gertie Barrett Road near Highway 287. And you're perfectly situated between Fort Worth, Arlington, and Dallas with easy access to Highway 20. Rockwood offers oversized home sites where you can build one of our signature series of homes. You have enough space to build up to a 4-car garage. Come visit Rockwood here in Mansfield and experience the Bloomfield difference.
This is a beautiful living room. It's so nice. You got that nice view. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this primary bedroom suite. Joe, what are you doing?
Where am I at?
We're at one of the Bloomfield homes, remember?
Oh, yeah. Isn't this a beautiful bed right here?
It is. It's very nice.
Man, this bedroom, I just love it. I think that's the reason why I fell asleep in here.
I would say probably 4 minutes.
I'm your cutest grandchild, though.
I didn't say that, but yeah.
Oh.
Dairy Queen closes in 10 minutes.
Hi, I'm William Cletus, president of Solving the Maze. Solving the Maze is an A to Z managed service provider. We cover everything from basic tech support to project services in every single area of information technology. Additionally, one of our focuses as a managed service provider is putting the word service first. Solving the Maze makes sure that you see the face. It's not just remote support all the time. We're going to come on site. We're going to help you. We're going to engage. You're going to see a face.
Court's in session. Memorial Day weekend's happening this week. There's a lot of barbecuing going on. So we have a couple of cases for you to review to see, are you making the right decisions in barbecuing? Overall, if you just have a cold beer and you're cooking out and you're staying home and being safe, you're winning. So go out this weekend, cook some barbecue, and check out some of these rulings on how to have a good weekend. Case dismissed.
Welcome to Judge Joe rulings. To spritz or not to spritz? Come on, why are you wasting on spritz? You wasting a bottle, wasting apple juice or vinegar? Just let it ride. What is spritzing doing? Is it really doing anything? Not at all. Next case. To wrap or not to wrap? I wrap in foil. That's the best brisket in Texas. That's just my opinion. I think foil is the best ever. But if you don't want to wrap, nah, wrap. Always wrap. That is the case ruling. Wrap. So, the next ruling that we have right now is going to be a very controversial one. Who has the best barbecue? Is Texas the gold standard? Hell yeah! If you ain't doing it in Texas, are you really barbecuing? Hell no! Court dismissed. I'm out. Welcome to the Court of Judge Joe. First case, does Wagyu belong in barbecue? Rolling? Hell no. Why you spend that money on Wagyu unless you're trying to start? There's no reason to spend money on Wagyu briskets or Wagyu anything else. Come on now. Stop playing. Next case. That's
But I'm taking it to this video.
rolling. Hell no. You don't put a brisket upside down. That fat needs to go up top. If you're doing it upside down, you got bigger problems, and I can't help you. We need to put you on probation. That is our ruling. Thermal pin or no thermal pin? Science is science, bro. Science rules. I'm not gonna lie, I like a thermal pin because you know what? You can put it in and it feels like butter. You know it's done. You can look at the temperature. Temperature is a tool, but I don't give a shit. I just want to know, does it feel like butter?
Yeah, you can definitely tell when I was having a good time.
Joe rules.
Welcome back to Talk of the Prairie.
Did you learn anything from those rulings?
That you can definitely pound that gavel really loud. That was crazy.
Try to have a good time.
Are you trying to be Judge Joe Brown?
No. Hopefully somebody picks us up. Maybe, we'll go national, take it syndicate. People can bring us in rulings they want us to do.
Yeah.
We can have a good time.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
No, you don't care.
Whoa, no, I do care. That was funny. Well, Memorial Day is coming up.
It is.
Yeah. So, what do you know about Memorial Day?
When we got our independence in 1776, I haven't been in school for a while. There's been a lot of individuals that fought for our freedom, and that day's for us to be able to say thank you.
I thought it was honoring the people in the military.
Yeah, veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just having a brain fart, but yeah,
No,
you are correct. And Grand Prairie will actually honor Memorial Day this coming Monday, on Monday, May 26th. And it's going to be special because it's going to be at 9:30 at the grand ceremony. It's going to begin at, oh, just kidding. The ceremony actually begins at 10 a.m. and it's going to be at the Veterans Memorial, which is over there in Grand Prairie. So it's obviously going to honor the fallen angel. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart.
It's okay. You're good. You're good.
The falling, members that serve the community and things of that nature. They're going to read the names with brass honoring bells after each. And there's going to be a 21 gun salute by Grand Prairie Police Honor Guard. And yeah, you're going to get some free hot dogs and lemonade, and it's just going to be a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be, a really good time to remember everybody that's, fallen by supporting and really giving us the freedom here in the United States of America. And very grateful for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't imagine what life would be, without them.
Yeah, I know. Also at the Epic, I was there yesterday. They have a memorial there with flags. Start off, each flag has an individual, and last year was 300 flags. Now it's up to 700 flags at the Epic Central. So it's really amazing to see what the city of Grand Prairie is doing to remember these individuals, and it's just getting larger and larger. And ultimately, that's what we want to do. This is an opportunity for us to remember everybody that's fallen and that's been unbelievable people that we need to be able to protect us. Absolutely. And we're so grateful for that.
Absolutely, very grateful. And speaking of grateful, the city's going to observe this holiday, so there will be some facilities that are closed, like the library, the water bill office, the Epic Center, animal shelters, the courts, things of that nature. So those places will be closed.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I know most of us think is, oh, we get an extra day off. This is great, but definitely remember what it's for.
Absolutely.
And so grateful for those individuals. And again, if you see somebody, just tell that's been in the military, say thank you. Seriously.
Yeah. Absolutely. I actually have a correction. So some of the facilities that will be open is the Epic Indoor Water Park. Of course, the Grand Prairie Lakes, Kirby Creek Lake, lake parks on Joel Pool Lake, that's going to be open. So we got quite a few outdoor activities that can still go on.
I know we just had the police officer here, and I know we have a fire station across the street from us. If you're out on the lake, wear a vest.
Yes, please.
Be safe.
Please.
We want to make sure everybody's going to be safe. So wear a life vest if you're out there.
Yes, please be safe. And remember, there's going to be no trash or recycling collections on Monday. So just be looking out for that too.
Yep. So at the end of the day, enjoy your 3-day weekend. Have a wonderful time. And just remember and give thanks.
Yeah. And we'll be right back.
Are you tired of mosquitoes turning your backyard into their own personal buffet? Say hello to mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I think Joe Poole just had one 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So my father-in-law is Paul Brown. So yeah. So he we get those phone calls. He has a head right up there.
Mosquito shield.
He was ready to go in action, wasn't he? Here's time to go.
Gives you easy airport as well as downtown Dallas. The community features larger home sites with a minimum width of 70 feet as well as a playground, pavilion, and open space. Bloomfield is building its classic floor plans with the Signature Series package that offers more luxury included features at the base price. Come visit any of our model homes and see why Bloomfield was named Builder of the Year.
My name is Brett Jeffries.
Charles White.
Latanya Lynch, Sally Potter. I have been a patient for about 6 months. They were very thorough at making sure that I was following up on my exercises.
The experience has been great. It's very much a family atmosphere. I actually recommended Joe.
I never thought that my chiropractor could help me with my asthma and allergies, and 4 or 5 other things that they're helping me to live my best life. So this is 2024. The time for suffering and silence is over.
My name is Adam Stanley.
Veronica Guerrero Kwan, Dr. Amanda Stanley,
Eric Kwan,
Morgan Flores.
I'm Morgan Brown. I'm a licensed psychological associate at Stanley Psychology.
My fun fact is that I was born and raised in Honduras. My dad is.
I actually speak 2 languages, so English is my first language, but Spanish is my preferred language.
So a fun fact about me is that I'm first generation Mexican American. I was the first in my family to be born in the United States.
My favorite part about being part of the Stanley Psychology team is loving every person that I work with. I think when we think about like work, it's like, oh, there's always that one person you don't like or you have issues with, but I don't have that here. Like I absolutely adore each and every person I work with on a personal level. And then on a professional level, they're really good at what they do. So I absolutely love it.
Just finding a place to practice yoga can lighten your mood, and it helps you process the heaviness of the day and brings a little sunshine into your life.
Welcome back to Talk of the Prairie. It is the last few minutes of the show. Can you believe it?
Can I believe it? Absolutely, because this show was absolutely amazing today.
Yeah.
And it went by way too fast.
It really did. I had a lot of fun. I met a canine named Kane. That's amazing.
But he doesn't get any Raising Cane's for free.
I know, that's crazy.
That's messed up.
Yeah. That's
Like-
really crazy. But yeah, I learned a lot like today. I thought that that was a German Shepherd.
I thought it was German Shepherd too.
Yeah, but he was not.
No.
Yeah, but he's retiring soon. I'm excited for him. And,
Are you about to retire anytime soon?
Who?
You.
No.
No.
I have a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do. Me too.
A
Me
lot
too.
of goals that I need to meet. But we also learned that May is mental health.
And don't push
awareness.
all the way through. You have to understand it takes time.
It does.
So don't push.
Yes, it does. But yeah, and this show would not be, we wouldn't be able to do it without our fabulous sponsors,
Yeah, and they are.
Stanley Psychology and Bloomfield Homes.
So you're gonna get a new home?
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
hopefully.
Bloomfield home?
Maybe.
Yeah. They got really nice kitchens.
Yeah, very beautiful homes.
You can pick the stuff that you want. There's a lot of stuff that already comes in there, so you don't have to decide
Oh,
everything.
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I don't
need-
know if you remember, but the bathtub was really big.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. Those homes are gorgeous.
They are.
Yeah.
But I cannot believe we have 3 days to just have fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of actually, all the graduates. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes.
Yeah, I have congratulations. I think that's a new word, right? Haley, congratulations on graduating. Anna, congratulations on graduating. You have any people you want to say congratulations to?
I don't know anyone that graduated this. Yeah, currently.
You're right, because you're only like 19, so a lot of those kids are probably like same age as you, just graduate.
First of all, I'm 27 years old.
You're right. You're right.
I just can't think of anyone at the top of my head right now.
And then congratulations to all the kindergartens.
Yes.
Kindergartens that just graduated. There's a whole bunch of those.
College graduates, high school graduates, everyone.
Oh, I forgot about college. There's people that college was like 4 weeks ago.
No, I saw somebody that just graduated recently.
From what?
I can't remember where, but it was definitely from a university.
Okay.
Yeah.
Summer school starting back up. So all the people going to summer school and college, just show up to class.
Absolutely.
Just show up to class, have fun. All the kids that are in high school or middle school that have to go to summer school, you have to show up. just get it done with so you can get promoted to next grade. It's
Absolutely.
totally fine. For all the kids that have nothing to do this summer, don't get in trouble. Like, just chill out. Just, use ChatGPT. You can make some coding, create a new application, or play some games. You know what? Back in the day, we used to play like Blitz and Madden all night long, have pizza parties. Like, you can do that stuff still, right?
Blitz and Madden?
Yeah, like football games. Oh, see, do you even know what Nintendo 64 is?
No, I know what is it? Saga, Sega.
Sega.
I know what a Sega is. I know what Nintendo is. I don't remember. I don't. Yeah, that was definitely past my era. I'm more of like a Wii.
Oh, wow.
That was my era when I was a kid.
Okay, so I just learned that I'm old, but it's okay. I know it. I want everybody to enjoy their 3-day weekend, and this is the start of summer. Have fun, enjoy it. Go cook something. Go make somebody happy. Put somebody smile on somebody's face, and just enjoy life.
Absolutely. And on that note, y'all have a good weekend.